Well, they actually did it. I can't believe this is real. I am so ecstatic, thrilled, enthralled, amazed, dumbfounded, befuddled. I don't even have the words to describe it. I am so nostalgia filled right now. I've put about 10 hours into the game of Oblivion so far. Now, mind you, I do work full-time job, so I don't get to sit there and just play games all day. But I have definitely been squeezing in some time to play this game, staying up a little late, getting up a little early. You know how it is. But I could not wait to talk about this and how absolutely amazing this is. Now, I understand that I'm going to be a little biased in this impressions review video here, okay? Because Oblivion is probably my absolute favorite game of all time. It is the game that got me into gaming, like really got me into gaming. Like before that, I was just playing shooters and like sports games, really. But then I got Oblivion, and honestly, I couldn't even put into words how just when I stepped out of the sewers for the first time and saw that bright, beautiful, wonderful world that I could just go anywhere and do anything in, it was unbelievable. It felt like a fever dream. Honestly, this remaster of Oblivion feels like a fever dream. Like now I know it's been leaked for a while. It's probably been one of the worst kept secrets, but the fact that they actually did a Bethesda showcase and shadow dropped it right then, right there. Listen, the old Todd Howard did something right there. Let me tell you, they definitely did something right with that one. Now, is the game remade from the ground up? Absolutely not. So like they said in the Bethesda showcase, the creation engine is still the brains of the operation. Now the body or the visuals is Unreal Engine 5. It's not the first time a studio has done something like this. I believe the Shadow of Colossus remake from Bluepoint back in the day was also I don't remember what engine it was originally running on, but they used the original engine for the brains, and then they did a facelift with Unreal Engine 4. Now that game, in some ways, is a little less complicated, maybe. You know, there's not quite as much going on, so maybe that was an easier, like, just kind of copy and paste. Honestly, it might have been from Unreal Engine 3 to Unreal Engine 4, so it was probably pretty easy to copy and paste. Now, this is a completely different and, frankly, pretty outdated engine that they imported into Unreal Engine 5. Now, what Virtuous Studios did here, nothing less of a miracle. Now, mind you, this is probably why the game isn't really, like, moddable, and why there's not going to be, like, a creation club or anything like that with this game. Which is why I don't think with Elder Scrolls 6, I don't think Bethesda is going to do this hybrid thing. I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, this looks so good. Like, just hold off for a second, because there's a lot of downsides to it as well. Now, funny enough, actually, I've been asking people, do you think this game is going to look better than the next Elder Scrolls game? Do we think Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be like almost like a downgrade? It's kind of funny to think about that it might be. Now, the creation engine has its own kind of like artistic style. It's not quite photoreal. It's like this weird uncanny valley. I don't know. It's a little strange. But the fact that we actually have Elder Scrolls Oblivion on all all current gen consoles is genuinely amazing. Because I know the Sky Oblivion remake is coming, or Sky Oblivion mod is coming out, but as someone who plays on PlayStation 5, I'm not going to be able to experience Sky Oblivion. I am upgrading my PC here soon, so, you know, fingers crossed, maybe I will be able to experience Sky Oblivion. But that's a story for another day, okay? That's a story for another video. But let's talk about the pros and the cons of this remaster. Now, it's called a remaster because it's definitely not remade from the ground up. Like I said, it is still basically one for one the old school Oblivion game. All right, the visuals 100% modernized and up to date, but the combat, the overall feel, the conversations, the mini games, like it's all classic Oblivion, and it's great what Virtuous did with this game. Now, if you watch the Bethesda showcase, which I do have on my other channel, I have the live stream of the showcase if you want to check it out. I noticed that Virtuous like had a huge amount of passion for this project. Like they themselves, a lot of the members of the Virtuous studio, I think, grew up playing Oblivion, and it's what inspired them to want to get into the game industry and develop games. And, you know, a lot of them made it sound like basically a dream project, a dream come true, being able to work on an Elder Scrolls game. So I think they really put a lot of love and a lot of passion in this game, and, you know, a lot of credit goes to Virtuous Studios, and a lot of credit's got to go to Bethesda as well for finally. Now, mind you, Microsoft might have had a hand in it and kind of poking and prodding and make it happen. Give Bethesda credit that they finally remastered a game. They finally brought one of their old games into modern times, and it feels great. Now, those are like the big pros. Those are the big pros. The visuals, great. The fact that if you grew up playing Oblivion, it's gonna feel just like playing Oblivion again. Okay. Now, for somebody who has never played Oblivion, like say Skyrim was your first Elder Scrolls game, or have never played an Elder Scrolls game at all, this game's gonna have some jank. Okay. Now, it's not, but it's gonna be like a pretty jank, so it's gonna be weird. So I don't even know if I would call it jank or if it's just dated. You can definitely tell, like, the combat's a little dated, the magic a little dated, everything is just slightly dated, but it's not a bad thing though. I know, like, putting it that way makes it sound bad, but honestly, I think a lot of people that I talk to are kind of sick of a lot of modern day mechanics. So, you know, taking a step back and going back in the day and reviving some of those mechanics isn't a bad thing. Now, the combat has been reworked, sorta. So there's new animations that have been added. There's new hit registration. The hitboxes are a lot better. The hit registration is a lot better. The fact that there is like feedback in combat, whether it be vibration in the controller, sound effects, and like actual like contact animation. So when you hit a character, it actually, like, you can tell you hit them. There's ragdoll animations. There's all that. So that's a huge plus. I know some of the rumors and quote-unquote leaks were saying that it's almost like Souls inspired. No, it's definitely not Souls inspired. I don't see any parries. I don't see no dodge rolls. Mind you, there is a dodge, but it's kind of a clunky dodge. You gotta like block and use the jump and direction all at the same time to be able to do a dodge. You gotta basically push like 3 or 4 buttons all at once to be able to do a dodge. So I don't really take advantage of it very often, but there's definitely some improvement to combat. There's definitely some improvement to sneak. And the magic, though working essentially the same, has definitely gotten a huge facelift. Now, I haven't really dabbled in magic a whole lot yet, because my first character is like a rogue style Argonian, bringing it back to my very first ever playthrough back when I was like 14 years old playing Oblivion for the first time. That's what I picked. So I was like, whoa, check out these lizard people. This is sick as fuck. Now I realize that Argonians aren't really that strong. They're not really the best, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're making it happen. All right, we're doing a little sneaky guy. The character creation is phenomenal. Like, it's definitely just as janky, broken, and wonderful as the original Oblivion, and I fucking love it. The one thing that I was genuinely worried about with this, that I wasn't sure was gonna be like the physics engine of the creation engine, because that is one claim to fame that the creation engine has, is their physics engine, and you know, everything is physically rendered in universe and can be moved and hit and picked up, and still here, still available, still there, just jiggling and playing with chains, still having an absolute fucking phenomenal time. screwing around, dropping buckets on heads, throwing skulls. Actually, I haven't figured out how to throw objects yet. I feel like I remember there being a button to throw objects, not just pick up and let go, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's Skyrim that I'm thinking of. But if you are going into this game thinking like, holy shit, this is going to be from the ground up remade, a whole new game just in the land of, you know, Cyrodiil, you're gonna be sadly mistaken. I think those that grew up playing Oblivion, those that have a ton of fond memories and, you know, a bunch of nostalgia, are gonna absolutely fucking fall in love with this game. Are gonna just get I mean, I did. I'm sucked right in. I'm having a hard time making this video right now as we speak instead of playing Oblivion. The main thing is like, for new players, like, give it time. Go exploring, you know, see what everyone fell in love with, because the combat is a little outdated. Some of the mechanics are a little outdated. I mean, I don't even know if I want to say outdated. They're just not as modernized as the visuals are. God, I can't get over the visual. It just just look at this. It looks so good. Argonian character movement speed is way faster than I remember, and they did add a sprint button. They added sprint, classic click on the left analog, or it might be like shift or something on PC, I'm not sure, but yeah, your classic sprint button has been added. That's like really the one thing I've noticed that they actually added to the game. So they tweaked combat and added some new animations, but I would say like that's the main thing that they actually added and like changed. That was not in Oblivion in any way, shape, or form, was a sprint button. Mind you, you could get your character speed up to like ridiculous and just like hop skip across the entire realm of Cyrodiil. It already kind of feels like my character's already doing it. I'm only like level 5. Now, how is the performance? I know a lot of people, when I was on stream and stuff, were asking me, how does it perform? How's the performance? How's the frame rate? How does it run on console? And I'm going to tell you, it's definitely an Unreal Engine 5 game. It is definitely running an Unreal Engine 5. It's still got the traditional stutters. It's got the traditional lumen artifacting with shadows and like light contact. It's not perfect. It's not. If I want to compare to another game that was recently released, like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, is it as optimized and does it run as well as that? No, it doesn't. Fortunately, I think KCD2 has taken the #1 spot on my game list over Oblivion. Even with this remaster, I still think KCD2 might be the greatest game of all time. But that's a long video in the works currently that is taking me months to try and. That's a big project. But this one, I gotta say, like I said, it runs fairly well. It runs better than other modern Unreal Engine 5 games that I've played recently, but it's still an Unreal Engine 5 game. It still has its frame dips. The one thing that's kind of weird, and I think it might actually have to do with the Creation Engine, because Creation Engine is like a cell-based open world. So like when you're moving from like one cell to another, and I'm thinking, this is just me hypothesizing, you seem to get like a quick frame dip. So like if you're moving and like you can almost find where these seams are in the world and can just like go back and forth through them and like consistently get the stutter when you in like frame dip when you go like cross that threshold. And like I said, I think that's some funkiness with the underlying Creation Engine, which is underneath the Unreal Engine 5. But other than that, I would say you're primarily in your 50s. I would say you're in your like low to mid 50s. hitting 60s, you know, on some interiors and things like that. But there's a lot of volumetrics. There's a lot of particle effects that were added to this game. There's a lot of modern day effects that were added with the Unreal Engine 5 that I think does really bring Cyrodiil into a whole new light. And honestly, if you haven't had a chance to check out footage, you haven't had a chance to play this game, just go get it. Go pick it up, go play it, get lost for, like, literally just say goodbye to the next week of your life, at least, if not month. Because there is so much content in this game. It is so much fun. And the little side stories and side quests and the little goofiness that y'all remember from really any Bethesda game is still there, even though it's pretty as hell now. So I know I kind of rambled there a little bit. I kind of went all over the place. That's why this is an impressions video, not a written out review. But honestly, I can't recommend this game enough. I can't thank Bethesda and Virtuous Studios enough. And Bethesda even went out and gave free codes to all of the Sky Oblivion mod team, which is just awesome. I mean, mind you, after Starfield and stuff like that, I think Bethesda's trying to win a little PR, trying to win some of those good graces over. But hell, they're doing it. They're winning me over. All right, like I said, I know I'm biased because Oblivion is like my favorite game of all time, basically. But seriously, go play the game, go enjoy it. I can't speak highly enough of it. I think Virtuous did a phenomenal job keeping the core of Oblivion and just making it look pretty as hell. But all right, my friends, as always, if you enjoyed this content, please don't forget to drop a sub, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment down below. You know the usuals. It helps with the algorithm and all that. And as always, my friends, stay safe, stay healthy, stay sexy. Go make some average plays, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Actually, real quick, by the time this video goes live, I will probably be streaming Oblivion Remaster. So if you want to come on over to my YouTube live channel or my Twitch channel, links will be in the description below. Feel free to head on over and yeah, check the video out live. Ask me any questions you got. But all right, my friends, check you later.